ये कैसे कौन लगाता है सब फोटो?
Good evening to all the students. You can unmute and you can speak. We'll start within say 2 to 3 minutes. It is advisable to stop your camera. This is a different kind of class. You can speak, but your video is not required. And it is suggested to give your real name. I can see Realme X2. Who is it? Please switch off your camera. Good evening. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Very good.
এখানে আসো, এটাকে আমি ঠিক করছি। দেখো অ্যাডজাস্ট মাঝে ইনি আজকে
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ তুমি করছো, আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি। তোমার ভিডিওটা
বাইরে কেন যাচ্ছে না, এটাতে কেন আসছে না?
তোমার ভিডিওটা অফ করে দাও। Realme X2
আচ্ছা, তো আমার এইটাতে এনে দাও, আমার ভিডিওটা অফ করে দাও। এই মাইক্রোফোনে আসবে না? ও তুমি জানো না এই ফোনটা?
To the students, to all the students gathered, many of you are requesting that many students cannot join. Okay. So tell them to join in YouTube because the Zoom has got only 100 people capacity. So they can join in YouTube and we will read out all the queries that you are putting in the chat box of YouTube. Swadesh Babu. Somorpita Biswas, please mute yourself. You will be allowed to talk. Specifically on Sunday, we will have lots of talk. But from for now on, please mute yourself. Somorpita Biswas. Okay, I'll admit I have some capacity. Swadesh Babu, are you in? শোনা যাচ্ছে? Dear students, we are waiting for one of our professor, Professor Swadesh Ranjan Samanto, to join. As soon as he joins, we will start. Neha Singh, please mute. No need to unmute. We have not started yet. We are waiting for Samanto sir to join. He was the HOD of Education Department. I am waiting him to start. Yeah. Yes. So good evening once again. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir, you are.
Very good. So we'll start. So we have a few basic rules. Switching on your camera is not allowed in this session of universal human values. Second one is universal human value. The course is mandatory for all the students admitted across disciplines. It's mandatory. Osani Pal, please mute yourself. Unless and until it is not required, please don't unmute yourself. You can communicate through chat box because you know all the 1000 odd students will be interacting through this universal human values. Many of your friends are on YouTube, so they cannot talk. Rather, if they wish to talk, then write in the chat box. So it is advisable not to unmute yourself. And still, if this happens, then I have to change the setting that you cannot unmute yourself. You have to raise hands and you have to write it in the chat box. Okay. So I'm putting that. You cannot unmute yourselves unless and until you raise hands. If you wish to talk, you have to raise your hands. Then only you will be unmuted. This is the first thing. Second one is this universal human value. The course is a 1 credit course. So this is a 30-hour courses. Rather 30 classes will be there. To be more specific, there will be 15 classes along with 15 interaction sessions. Every classes will be in the same time every week. Wednesday 7:30 to 8:30 or 7:30 to 9 p.m. And on every Sunday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. there will be interactive sessions or interaction sessions where you can join in YouTube or also in the Zoom, the same link, and you can talk, you can explore your ideas. This universal human value or value education is now made mandatory by the regulatory authorities considering its importance. So today there will be an overview, the importance of the course, overview of the course, how the course will be conducted, how it will be discussed, and how you can participate. What are the procedures of the examination of this course? How you can pass this course? What are the test methodology, etc., etc. Remember that in every session there will be an attendance taken by the Google form. The Google form will be shared in the live chat box of YouTube as well as in the chat box of Zoom. So if you are attending the class, then only you can have this attendance link, and the attendance link will be active for 1 hour only after the completion of the course. Second point is that every information regarding the course is available in the YouTube. You can go back to that content anytime if you wish. So do subscribe that YouTube channel, though it is the channel is of the Department of Pharmacy, but universal human values or all the course content are kept over there. You can go through all the materials, all the discussions, all your talks from the YouTube channel. And the syllabus, I'll be coming into the syllabus. Syllabus is distributed into 5 modules, and in each module, as soon as the module gets completed, there will be a test. The test is based on Google form. Each test has got 10 marks. So 5 tests into 10 marks is 50 marks, and out of 50 marks you have to score a minimum of 40% or 50% as has been decided by the university. Right now it is 40% to pass the course. So you have to score at least 40% in each test so as to get a pass mark. Now remember that you will be giving the test through Google form. So while giving the test, fill your details carefully. Write your name in the capital letters. In the area where your roll numbers or other identity numbers are asked, you write your JISU ID very carefully. And then answers. All the questions are of self-explanatory type. So no need to be serious about this course. Just go through, just be in the meeting, take part in the discussion, and you can answer the questions. Right. So with this, I am sharing my screen, and someone has to tell that whether my screen is visible to all of you or not. Can you see my screen? If it is visible, write Y in the chat box. If it is visible, write Y in the chat box. Okay, okay, I got it. So my screen is visible to all of you. Yeah. So this universal human values, its course code is JC 1501. It's basically on incorporation of human values in education. Why it is required? Why UHB is required in education? So we are from different disciplines: education, science, pharmacy, engineering, technology, hotel management, advanced studies. Many of you are undergraduate, many of you are postgraduate, many of you are doing PhD, many of you are in diploma, whatever may be. You have got specific disciplines, but this value education is required across all disciplines. It consists of tests, quizzes, assignments, and certification details. How you can get certification, how you can get pass marks, and all. This presentation is all about the overview of the total course. Of course, I am HS Maji. Introduced yourself before you also. I am Professor and HOD of Pharmacy Department as well as Dean Academics of JIS University. So basically, quickly we'll discuss these things: objectives, the timing of the classes, certification, participant survey, and assignments. The survey will be done through Google Form. Assignments or tests will also be done through Google Form. Teaching learning methods, the detailed courses, aligned features, course methodology, topics, the outcome of the course, the guidelines for practice session, that is interaction sessions, reference books if they are available, then the mode of conduct, and then assignments and conclusion. So it will take hardly 1 hour to finish this presentation. After the presentation is finished, we can have a quick discussion for 10 minutes through open chat or through one-on-one talk. So let me come first to the objectives. The training is all about living with fulfillment in our practical day-to-day life. Here something will be discussed that we generally practice on daily basis. Education is expected to facilitate this aspiration by helping the students to develop a holistic worldview as well as the practical skills of the living with the fulfillment. That is, living in harmony as an individual as well as with family, society, and environment. We or you as an individual, you think yourself as an individual, you are living with your relatives, with your parents in your home, and your home is in a society, and the society is within the universe. So basically, you people are living along with you, your family, your society, and the environment, right? So as I told, that classes will be on every Wednesday from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. and there will be a feedback session. This is not compulsory, this feedback session. Those who are interested can join and interact. That is from Sunday 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. for interested students only. The session usually begin 15 minutes before the schedule. We can talk, we can, and participants are encouraged to join early and interact. We can talk before the session starts regarding the previous day's thoughts. This course is like a sentence spoken over the whole workshop. So it is a 30 classes course, but it is like a sentence spoken over all 30 sessions. So it is advisable that you don't miss any session. Participation in all sessions is desirable to get or explore all the proposals being put forth. So here, there won't be any guidelines, rather there will be some proposals, right? So the proposals, you can assess those proposals based on your thought process. So if these things happens to you, what will you do, right? Next is regarding certification. So 40% will lead to a pass marks. So scoring less than 40% means you have to repeat the course again next year. So this is a compulsory credit course. Remember that you have to compulsorily sit for examination and pass these subjects. Additionally, we have thought of giving 50 certificates of excellence. So those students who are interacting, who are doing really well, getting benefited out of this course, those 50 students will be given certificates. We suggest that minimum 80% of the attendance in all sessions, including feedback sessions, and minimum 40% marks in the final test. Participation in polls, there might be some polls. So you can, or you have to participate in the polls, and quizzes, test, etc. is required. Please note that your attendance is automatically tracked because these are recorded. The session are recorded and your participation list are there with us. Additionally, you may be provided with a Google form to record your attendance. This will be shared by IQAC cell of JIS University. So in every day there may be rather a Google form to collect your attendance. The test, I told you that there are 5 modules, so there will be 5 tests. The test is conducted on completion of each module by the faculty in charge after the completion. And these tests and all your tests, all study materials are stored in our drive. The mail ID is iqacjisu@jisuniversity.ac.in. These are the 5 faculty members who will be responsible for taking the test. I'll share their full name also. Yes. AP, KKR, SSD, MB, and IM. I'll share very soon. Quizzes are conducted in every session for clarity and grasp. Quiz means oral, verbal. So we'll interact with you and you have to interact. Assignments are primarily for self-reflection. You remember that. It is for self-reflections. That is, the correct answer is based on your thought. Say for example, today is Wednesday or Thursday. Today is Wednesday. That is universal truth. But which color do you love? Red, white, or green? That may vary. So it is based on your self-reflection only. Right? Then self-reflection, self-verification, and self-exploration, and for connecting what is being discussed with our everyday life. So if these things happens to you, what will you do? If your neighbor talks to you in a rude way, what will you do? These kind of questions are included in the tests. So before starting this course, there are a pre-workshop surveys. As soon as today's session is over, I will share that survey form in your Telegram group so that you can take your own time and you can submit it before tomorrow. It's a long form. I'll share that in the Telegram group, right? So this is the survey link. Don't worry, I'll yeah, I'm sorry I got disconnected because of the network delay. I mean, I'll share my presentation soon. Please wait. Yeah. Can anyone write in the chat box whether my screen is visible or not? Hello. Can anyone write in the chat box whether my screen is visible or not? Hello. Am I audible? Write in the chat box, please. Yes, sir, you are audible. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll go. Again, it's very difficult to carry the class from mobile phone. Okay, so we were here, right? So there are 3 works of survey. The link will be shared to you today. That is, what is your thought right now regarding the course? And at the end of the course, of course, we will have another session where we can see that whether you have at all changed your thought process. And these are the links for assignments. There are 5 tests or assignments. Assignment 1, it opens on day 1 after the session. It closes on the very next day. So as soon as the module 1 gets completed, the very next day is your test, and the test link is open for 1 day. So in this way, there are 5 tests for 5 modules. Each test contains 10 marks, and there are 50 marks in total in this course. And at the end of the course, there are post works of survey and 1 feedback link. So we urge you to participate in the feedback link. You can have the teaching materials. You can have the teaching materials from this link, this drive, and also you can access. Yeah, I told you already, this course is compulsory. You can have the presentations from this fdp.si.aict-india.org, and you can also have the recording of this FDP from the AICT sites. So the course on human values, it's during the induction program, the students have an initial exposure to the human values. Professor Samanto has discussed a little bit about these human values. This exposure is to be augmented by this compulsory full semester foundation course. The objective of the course is to help the students appreciate their essential complementarity between values and skills to ensure sustained happiness and prosperity, which are the core aspirations of all human beings, to facilitate the development of holistic perspective among the students towards life and profession, as well as the towards happiness and prosperity based on a correct understanding of the human reality and the rest of the existence. Such a holistic perspective forms the basis of universal human value and the movement towards value-based living in a natural way. Moving further, to highlight the possible implication of such a holistic understanding in terms of ethical human conduct, trustful and mutually fulfilling human behavior, and mutually enriching interaction with the nature. How you can talk with the nature. Thus, this course is intended to provide a much needed orientational input in value education to the young inquiring minds like you. The salient features of the course, what are the salient features? It presents a universal approach to value education by developing the right understanding of reality. A right understanding of reality in a worldview of the reality is as it is through a process of self-exploration. Remember that self-exploration. Everywhere you have to think yourself that if you are in that situation, what you should do. Next is the whole course is presented in the form of a dialogue, whereby a set of proposals about the various aspects of reality are presented, and the students are encouraged to self-explore the proposals by verifying them on the basis of their natural acceptance within oneself and validate experientially in living. That is, this course is like, if this is the situation, what is your thought process? So it's like a set of proposal. It's not a guidelines that you have to memorize these things, you have to write it in the examination. It's not like that. So take this course as lightly as possible. The prime focus throughout the course is toward affecting a qualitative transformation in life of a student rather than just a transfer of information. Here there is no notes, no books like that. Whatever is discussed, you have to take part, you have to point your views, you have to write that views in the Google form itself. While introducing the holistic worldview and its implications, a critical appraisal of the prevailing notions is also made to enable the students discern the difference on their own right. So what is your thinking? What are the methodology of the courses? The methodology of the course is explorational and thus universally adaptable. That is, you have to explore, you have to think, you have to judge, you have to act. It involves a systematic and rational study of the human being vis-a-vis the rest of the existence. There are 30 lectures, I've told, 15 discussions and 15 practice sessions. It is free from any dogma or value prescriptions. We do not provide that you should do this, you should do that. We will provide or we will present some facts, and out of those facts, you will judge what you are supposed to do, what you are not supposed to do. It is a process of self-investigations and self-explorations, and not giving any sermons or orders. Whatever is found as truth or reality is stated as a proposal, and the students, you people, are facilitated to verify it in your own right based on your own natural acceptance. The term natural acceptance, what you think naturally, will come several times throughout this course, and subsequent experiential validations.
The whole existence is the lab, and every activity that you are doing is a source of reflections. Next is the process of self-exploration takes the form of a dialogue between the teacher and the students to begin with, and then to continue within the student in every activity, leading to continuous self-evaluation. This self-exploration also enables them to critically evaluate their preconditionings and present belief. What are the course topics? 30 lectures I told, 15 sessions and 15 Sunday sessions, that is interaction sessions. The manual provides the outlines and the syllabus is like this. So critically look at these points. There are 15 sessions, and on the right hand column, the name of the teachers or faculties who will be present or who will be discussing or sharing his or her views on that particular topic. So today, 12th of October, it's the introduction of the course and know yourself. It will be discussed by me and Professor Samanto, who is there in the meeting. And next class, Professor Samanto once again will discuss on continuous happiness and prosperity. A look at basic human aspirations, right understanding, relationship, and physical facilities. The basic requirements for fulfillment of aspirations of every human beings with their correct priority. So we learn what is physical facility, we learn what is basic human aspirations, what is right understanding, what is the relationship and physical facilities. That will be discussed by Professor Samanta on 19th of October. And then Mr. Aparup Akira on 2nd of November will be discussing on understanding happiness and prosperity correctly, a critical appraisal of the current scenario, methods to fulfill the above human aspirations, understanding and living in harmony at various levels. That will be done by Mr. Pakira, and the test will also follow. So these are the details of these three. Basically, these as per AICTE, these are distributed in 6 lectures. We have clubbed it into 3. And the outcome of this module 1 is the students start exploring themselves. You can start exploring yourselves, get comfortable with each other and with the teacher. You start appreciating the need and relevance of the course. The students start finding that technical education without study of human values can generate more problems than solutions. So your engineering education is not complete unless and until your value education is complete. So you can also start feeling that the lack of understanding of human value is the root cause of most of the present day problems. And a sustained solution could emerge only through understanding of value-based living. Any solutions brought out through fear, temptations of dogma will not be sustainable. You think that you are in a problem and you are forced to follow a solution. So that solution is for the time being. As soon as that force is removed, you won't follow that. Unless and until you yourself think that whatever you are doing is the right thing, then and only then you will be convinced. Then the students are able to see that verification on the basic of natural acceptance and experiential validation through living is the only way to verify right or wrong. Whatever you think right, you must think that this is right. And referring to any external source like text or instrument or any other person cannot enable one to verify with authenticity. It will only develop assumptions. Next is the students are able to see that their practice in living is not in harmony with their natural acceptance most of the time. See, for example, many of you have taken admission at JIS University across different disciplines, maybe influenced by your parents. You were not supposed to enter into JIS University, or you were not supposed to enter into the field of, say, BMLT or pharmacy or engineering. Rather, your parents have compelled you. So that won't result in a fruitful way. Unless and until you think yourself that you are the best person for this course, then and only then the results will come. Next is the students are able to see that lack of right understanding leading to lack of relationship. Many a times, nowadays, the lack of relationship between friends and family members occurs for many reasons. We can cite several reasons. But if you think carefully, you will find that the lack of right understanding is the reason for the lack of relationship in the major cause of problems. Maybe within our family, and it is not the lack of physical facility in most of the cases. Physical facilities like your food, your clothes, your transports. So it's not due to that. Next is module 2. Module 2 is understanding harmony in the human being. So what was module 1? Module 1 is introduction to the value education, basic guidelines, content, process of value education. Then module 2 is understanding harmony in human being within ourselves. You can distinguish between I and body, understanding human being as a coexistence of self and body. Myself and my body, what is the difference? See, the sentient I and the material body, understanding the need of self and body. Sukh and Suvidha, understanding the body as the instrument of I. I is the spirits, and your body is a physical structure that carries I. I being the doer, seer, and enjoyer. Then that will be discussed by Dr. Kamalakanto Ray on 9th of November. Then understanding the characteristics and activities of I and harmony in I, understanding the harmony of I with body, how myself and my body do coexist. Sanyam and Sastho, correct appraisal of physical needs, will be discussed by Dr. Topolina Banerjee, faculty members of Computer Science Department on 16th of November. Then the meaning of prosperity. We talk about prosperity. We see a prosperous Diwali. What is the meaning of prosperity? Can anyone know what is the meaning of prosperity? Can you write it in the chat box? What do you understand by prosperity? Quickly, if you can write it in the chat box, what do you understand by prosperity? Prosperity means success. Very good. Any success? Anyone? Adrija Vasu also written success. Prosperity means success. Anyone else? Any more response? Hardship. Very good. Binderjit Singh have written hardship. Then enrichment. Wow, we are getting some good words. Ankita Chakravarti has written enrichment. Then prosperity is process. Orgho Datta is a long period of peace and prosperity. Prosperity means peace and prosperity. The state of being successful. Good. Ankita Jadhav. Very good. Then anyone else? No? Okay. So enrichment, correct? Progress. Also correct. See, prosperity means, of course, Dr. Banerjee will discuss. I know, that's why I'm sharing. Prosperity means having more than the required physical facility. Prosperity means having more than the required physical facility. That economically well-being. No, what amount of money you are saying that you are good with? If you are earning 1,000 rupees a day, 30,000 rupees a month, right now you are good. But at a stage, if you earn 30,000 rupees a day, then also you are not good. So what is prosperity? See, listen carefully. Prosperity is having more than the required physical facility. What is that? Say, I require 3 sets of shirts and pants for a week. 1 shirt pant for 2 days. So for a week, 3 sets of pant shirt is required. If I am having 5 sets of shirts and pants, that's more than 3 sets, I am in a state of prosperity, having more than the required physical facility. How much more I am not talking? Having more than the required physical facility. Okay, we'll discuss later on. Wealthiness, that's also good, sounds good. Abundance, sounds good. No, it's exact. Then practice exercise and case studies on the topics mentioned in the module will be taken up in the practice session by Dr. Kamala Kantare, and there will be a test also on 30th of November. So this is module 2. Then in module 3, it is harmony in the human being. Oh, it's module 2, that detailed one. Okay, I'll skip this. What is the outcome of module 2? That is harmony in self. We can distinguish between I and body, I and my body. If any desire appears related to both, they are able to see that the feeling is related to I, while the physical facility is related to the body. I, what you need? You need money, you need peace. Money is needed by your body. Peace is needed by your soul or you. So what is exactly required? You have to differentiate between yourself and your body. What is your requirement? Is all the requirements are of your body or yourself? So they are also be able to see that I and body are two realities. And most of the desires are related to I and not body. Desires, my desires are related to I, and that are not related, may not be related to my body. I need money. Do your body need money? No, it may not be. Maybe say 100 rupees a day is sufficient to maintain your life. 3 meals a day cost, say, not more than 100 rupees. But you require thousands of money. See, one I've written, abundance, wealthiness. Then the students are able to see that all the physical facilities that are required for limited time in limited quantity. Also, they are able to see that in case of feelings, they want continuity of the naturally acceptable feelings. They do not want feelings which are not naturally acceptable. Then you will be able to see that the activities like understanding, desire, thought, selections are the activity of I only. The activities like breathing, palpitation, different parts of the body are fully the activities of the body with the acceptance of I. Breathing is the activity of body with the acceptance of I. While the activities they do with their sense organs like hearing through ears, Seeing through eyes, sensing through touch, tasting through tongue, or smelling through nose, or the activities they do with their work organs like hands, legs, etc., are such activities that require the participation of both eye and body. So now you have to differentiate the requirement of eye, requirement of your body. You will become aware of your activities of eye and start finding your focus of the attention at different moments. The students are able to list down the activities related to proper upkeep of the body and practice them in their daily routine. They are also be able to appreciate the plants widely growing in and around the campus, which can be beneficial in curing different diseases. Okay, so the difference between eye and body, the requirements of eye and body, that is the main objective of module 2. In module 3, that is understanding harmony in family and society. Say I and body, that is myself, is over. Now my understanding or living in harmony in the family. I am a part of my family and my family is also a part of the society. So that is under module 3. Here, understanding harmony in the family, the basic unit of human interaction, understanding the value of human relationship, meaning of Naya and program of its fulfillment to ensure Ubhay Tripti, mutual benefits, trust, Viswas, and respect or Samman as the foundational value of the relationship. That will be taken care of by Dr. Sujosika Das from the management department on 7th of December. And then understanding the meaning of Viswas, difference between intention, competence, understanding the meaning of Samman, difference between respect and differentiation, the other salient values in relationship, understanding the harmony in the society. That will be discussed by Dr. Dibbarupa Pal from Biotechnology Department. And then again, Surjosika Madam will be taking on this Samadhan, Samriddhi, Avay, Saha Astitva as the comprehensive human goals. In Bengali also we talk. Samadhan, Samriddhi, Avay and Saha Astitva. Eksathe thaka, Sahavasthan. Visualizing the universal harmonious order in the society, undivided society, akhand sama, universal order, from the family to the world family. Practice exercise and case studies will be taken care of by Surjosika Das on 21st of December. These are the details of that. Then the outcomes. You can learn your family, your society. You will be able to note that the natural acceptance or intention is always for living in harmony. Only competence is lacking. Competence, you have to develop competence. The students are able to see that respect is right evaluation, and only right evaluation lead to fulfillment in relationship. Many problems, many present problems in the society are an outcome of differentiation, that is lack of understanding of respect. Lack of understanding of respect is the source of many problems in the society, like gender biasness, like generation gap, like casteism, caste conflict rather, then class struggle, dominations through power play, communal violence, clash of isms, Hinduism, Muslimisms, etc., and so on and so forth. These are basically the lack of right understanding, lack of understanding of the respect. All these problems can be solved by realizing that the other is like me, as he has the same natural acceptance. The other, if you think that your friend is also thinking in the right way, Say I am scolding you, or say your friend is scolding you for any such reasons, and you are getting annoyed. But if you think that why your friend is scolding you, there may be something that your friend thought that scolding is the right way. If you think in her way or in his way, then many of the problems can be solved. The students are able to use their creativity for education or education of the children. The students are able to see that they can play a role in providing value education for children. They are able to put in the simple words the issues that are essential to understand for children and comprehensible to the item. Coming to the fourth module, that is understanding harmony in the nature and existence. Say in the family and society is over, then beyond that, harmony should also be maintained in the nature and existence. Here, Dr. Monua Banerjee is the HOD of RSJIS and Earth Science. She will be taking these two classes along with Dr. Kamalakanto Roy. First one is understanding the harmony in the nature, interconnectedness and mutual fulfillment among the four orders of nature and self-regulations. There are four orders we learn: human orders, bio orders, plant orders, etc. So understanding existence as coexistence, saha ostitto, of mutually interacting units in all pervasive space, holistic perception of harmony at all levels of existence. And then Dr. K.K. Roy will talk about holistic perception of harmony at all levels of existence, some practice session and case studies. The outcome: the students are able to differentiate between the characteristics and activities of different orders and study the mutual fulfillment among them. The students feel confident that they can understand the whole existence. Nothing is a mystery in the existence. They are also able to see the interconnectedness in the nature and point out how different courses of the study are related to the different units of the life. Then in the last module, there are implications of holistic understanding of human, holistic understanding of harmony on professional ethics. In your respective education field, when you are going to do your jobs in your field, how you can apply this holistic understanding of harmony. Definitiveness of ethical human conduct, basis for humanistic educations, humanistic constitutions and humanistic universal order competence in professional ethics will be taken by Dr. Rakesh Kumar Dhardue, who is the Dean of School of Juridical Science and School of Management Studies. And then the HOD of Management Studies, Dr. Indranil Mutsuddi, will be taking the last class, that is case studies of typical holistic technologies, management models and production systems. Right. So these are all regarding the course. These are the outcomes of the unit 5. So there are some guidelines and content of the practice session. So as the session comes, this will be discussed by different experts. Here we can practice one. See, in practice session 7, one question is there. So there are two sets of questions, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B. I am reading out the questions. You think what will be your answer, right? This will be repeated once again. Question number 1A, do I want to make myself happy? You can write it in the chat box. Do I want myself Do I want to make myself happy? Yes or no? Many of you, I think, will write yes. Then question number 2A. Do I want to make the other happy? क्या हम दूसरे को हैप्पी करना चाहते हैं? Then question number 3A is, does the other want to make him happy? दूसरे other person दूसरे को happy कर सकते हैं. And then the fourth one, does the other want to make me happy? दूसरे कोई मुझे happy कर सकते हैं या नहीं? Yes or no में you can find the answers. These are the first sets. In the second sets, see 1B. Am I able to make myself always happy? Yes or no? Then question number 2B. Am I able to make the others always happy? Question number 3B is the other able to make him always happy? And question number 4B is the other able to make me always happy? So if you read out these two sets of questions, see in the next line it's written. In the first set, the questions are your intention. Do I want to make myself happy? Do I want to make others happy? It is my intention. It is my natural acceptance. But on the right side, it is regarding my ability, regarding my competence. Can I make myself happy? I want to make myself happy, but can I? It's my ability. So first set is intention and the second one is competence. You have to find your answers. So this kind of questions will be there and we'll have discussions. Of course, there are some reference books, though these are not required, but these are mandatory to be written. And then this course is like LTPC 1101 lecture, tutorial, practice session, etc. There will be assessment, 10 marks into 5 assessment. All are self-assessment, 10 marks, assessment by peers, 10 marks. And the overall pass percentage is 40%. The outcome of the course is by the end of the course, you are expected to become more aware of yourselves and your surroundings, your family, your society, your nature. You would become more responsible in life and in handling problems with sustainable solutions while keeping human relationship and human nature in mind. This is our objective. If we can add some value to you, that is our achievements. You would have better critical ability as soon as you complete this course. You would also become sensitive to your commitment towards what you have understood. Human values, human relationship, human society. It is hoped that you would be able to apply what you have learned to yourself in different day-to-day settings in real life. At least a beginning would be made in these directions. And then this is the only an introductory foundational course. It would be desirable to follow it by faculty, student or mentor-mentee programs throughout your course, and higher level of course are also there. If you are really interested, the materials are there. In conclusions, we can say that it covers the entire expansion of human living, from self to family, society, nature, and existence, and covers all dimensions of human life throughout its thought, behavior, work, and realizations. It addresses the self, discusses the human being, particularly the self, and does not just focus on external realities. This turns out to be self-empowering since each individual is able to make decision and find out what is of value to them in your own right. I think, yeah, I'm coming to the end. It's a value-based education. It's essential to bring about the desired transformations. And of course, the introduction of the foundation course in present-day mainstream education system is only the starting point. From there, the journey has to go a long way. The next step is making transition towards value-based education, in which the whole content of education is designed on the basis of universal human values. That is education for the well-being of all. This would result into value-based living in family and ultimately in the whole human society, right? So that concludes my presentation, and I'll now allow you to interact. If you wish to interact, you can. But before that, I have to come back to the Zoom, and then I have to stop share. Oh, hello, can you unmute? Please test whether you can unmute or not.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. I was facing a tremendous problem with internet connectivity, and I discussed through my mobile phone. But now it's time to interact with you. If you wish to share anything, you can do so before we conclude, and I'll check whether Sadeswar is there in the. Yes, okay. If you can interact, if you can share a few words regarding today's talk, you are welcome. You can unmute and speak. Any idea, any thought? All the study materials are available in the YouTube.
হ্যালো আরিবি এতক্ষণ অফ করে দিয়েছিল
এই
Hello.
বাস ভেরি গুড ইয়া
ভেরি গুড কি আপনি অফ করে রেখেছিলেন ওখানে
না 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 আমি মোবাইল
হ্যাঁ তাহলে আমি ওইখানে হোস্ট উইল লেট এটা বলে দিচ্ছি আমি 1 ঘন্টা থেকে ট্রাই করে
আমি আপনাকে কো-হোস্ট করে রেখেছিলাম ঠিক আছে ভালোই হলো আই হ্যাভ ফিনিশড নাও
ঠিক আছে আমি ইউটিউবে শুনেছি ইউটিউবে শুনেছি হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা সো ইউ ক্যান টক উইথ দ্য স্টুডেন্টস অলসো
হ্যাঁ রাইট ওই ইউটিউবে শুনেছি পুরোটা শুনিনি শুনেছি আচ্ছা যাই হোক শুনেছি ভেরি গুড আপনি পুরো এটা ডিটেইলসটা ইউ হ্যাভ টোল্ড অল দিস programs detailing how the course module and at the same time the module will be taken by home. It will be discussed very clearly, and it will be on Sunday. I think you have told you should. I should convey again this on Sunday at 4. I think okay. So will be feedback session and students will interact. So we'll want to know how far you have learned from this class. It will be learned, and you have should have some responses, should have some feedback. So on Sunday we'll be listening. It is actually it will be effective if you learn something from this lecture from Professor Maji. Then we'll be able to know in which extent you have learned about this matter. You know. So today's session, it is the introductory session, and Professor Maji has clearly explained all the modules, all the course materials that we'll have to to be conducted in 15 classes, you know. And on Sunday at 4, I think, Professor Maji, it will be at 4 or 5 on Sunday.
Whatever, sir, as you decide, no issues.
Okay. So either at 4 or 5, I'll be informing you on that. Last year it was at 4. Okay, so I think it will be better on 4 p.m. You'll have to connect. You'll have to connect again, and we'll listen from you how far you have achieved something from this lecture, and what is your feedback regarding this this class from the introduction class. We'll listen. If you have any query, if you have any thing to know more, then you'll be discussing on that day. I and Professor Maji will be present on that day, and we will be able to answer or discuss this clearly. At the same time, we will have some query to you also, what you have learned from this day. And this interaction very important, because from this interaction, your feedback will prove how far you have achieved, and it will help you the next the examination that will be taken in actually by every module master's examination. And Professor Maji has told very clearly, you know. So today's session, I think you have enjoyed a lot, and what you have learned, what is the criteria, what is the need of this AHB classes, and which amount of which text or the topics are assigned to that. I think you have learned, and it will be sent to you also. So every classes after this class, the materials will be sent to you, and it will be sent by Professor Maji. Okay. So I welcome all the new students, those who are present today to attend this class. Okay. So I was not able to join in this, but I have listened all these things in YouTube, like other students, those who are not in this. Okay. So thank you all. And if you have any query, you can ask. Professor Maji is here. He'll be discussing. Okay.
Sir, I have only two jobs okay, pending. One is the attendance link for today that I have shared in the chat box. I am asking some participants to please paste it in the chat box of YouTube also, so that all can give their attendance. And I will share one more link, as I told before starting. I will share one more link of the pre-workshop survey. So this pre-workshop survey, do it carefully. This will be open till
Oh, Dara, I will just screenshot that.
Please do not talk.
Please.
The survey link will be open for 2 more days.
Okay, you should speak like that.
Please don't talk. Please mute yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So the survey questionnaires, you will have enough time. Read the questions very carefully and give answers. These survey questionnaires, I am pasting it here, and I'll also paste it in your Telegram link, as I have committed. So I believe you have received both the link by now. I request one of you to please paste it in YouTube.
Right. Maji sir, if you have to ask someone, everyone, if they have any query regarding this lecture today,
you can share. You can share. If
they can
you have
ask.
anything to say, you can share.
If you want
Please,
to know,
you can unmute yourself.
Okay. You can ask. Students, you can ask if you have any query. On Sunday, you must join. We'll ask some questions to you. Okay. At the same time, you will give your feedback, and you will ask any query. We'll be able to discuss this thing on Sunday. Today, if you have any questions, any query, you can ask. Then Professor Maji will explain again very clearly. Anyone can ask. Okay.
Yes, sir, I have shared both the links.
Okay.
I think they can go through, and as soon as they will answer, we'll get back to them on Sunday.
I think Annesa Das, she wants to ask something. I saw his
Annesa?
name. Annesa, do you want to ask anything?
নো স্যার স্যার খালি জিজ্ঞাসা করতেছিলাম যে কতদিন কোর্সটা চলবে
Maji sir.
সব ডেট বলে দেওয়া আছে, all dates I have said. 15টা Wednesday starting from today.
Okay. 15টা Sunday also. Okay. Sunday the feedback session. Any other questions?
I'll share today's presentation also in your Telegram group, where you
Right.
can have all the texts, all the teachers' name, all the course materials, etc. No issues. ঠিক আছে স্যার, তাহলে
Very good. Today's lesson, একটা introductory lesson. It has been good, very nice. খুব সুন্দরভাবে বলা হয়েছে। তারপর যদি কোনো থাকে কোশ্চেন থাকে, that will be discussed on Sunday. Very good. And the introductory feature of the UGB course has been explained very nice, very clearly. I think everyone has been able to understand what will be discussed in next classes and what is the course materials. I think you have a overall idea about that. Okay.
ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে।
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir. Good night, everyone.
Okay. Thank you.
Actually, I was trying to connect in the YouTube, but I cannot.
It's no sound. Okay. না
হ্যাঁ,
ঠিক আছে, ভেরি ওটাই ওভারঅল আইডিয়া হলো, ঠিক আছে। এবারে আবার আস্তে আস্তে ইন্টারেস্টেড হবে।
হ্যাঁ, হ্যাঁ, স্যার, প্রথম দিনই তো আর হয় না, ঠিক আছে। ওই
অনেকেই
interaction
জয়েন করেছে।
করলে হয়তো- হ্যাঁ, we say first attendance link. আচ্ছা, this is the
In chat box, you will write your full name, not in other form, not a symbolic name. You will not put here. Okay. One has mentioned 36127. That symbol should not be mentioned here. Okay. Like others, Orgho Dotto or the Dipandita, like you'll have to write your name, not in the symbolic. Okay.
Yeah, I am giving the attendance link in the YouTube,
Right.
and also I will share the pre-workshop survey link. I hope those who are in the YouTube can access the attendance link by now.
Who is 361278?
Yeah, you join with your full name.
Right.
Proper
Other
name.
there will be actually some unwanted person join. There is a 1 to 95
Yes, yes.
who are joining. Okay.
Last year also we had this kind of
Peter expensive no. There is why you should write your full name. Like Ohana Sa, Anjana Hembrom. Just like you'll have to write it.
Yeah, students, they have tried to interact through chat box. I was going through the chats in the YouTube. They have interacted, sir, very nicely. They have interacted.
I have seen some interaction. I have some query and some comments
yes.
I have seen already. Okay. Very interesting. They have some query.
Interesting, right, sir.
They have
Maintaining the body needs and a minimum amount of money. Abir Sharma has written.
right.
Very good, very good.
Very good.
ঠিক আছে,
I
so
have
sir,
seen
yeah, we can, I think we can stop.
All right.
You can call it a day. Okay, dear students, so good night to all of you, and we'll meet once again on Sunday afternoon.
Sunday
Thank
afternoon
you.
at 4. Okay.
At
Thank
4
you.
p.m.
At 4.
Thank you all.